secure their final draft. It's going to be Gangplank up into the top lane, into the Gnar, Silas mid, and the Sivir down bot.
So it looks like Misfits going to try and stick to contest. I think that they should.
All right, Cannon Barrage is available. Kire's ultimate as well. Leader at level 8. Misfits may fancy themselves a shot. Is going to move in. It's a Splyce Dragon that's been picked up. Now Hiva, he gets a knock up on the quickness. The Cannon Barrage is coming down, but Kire's the first one to fall. First blood to Splyce. A quick second. Leader gets a respond on the backside though. Now he's chasing down Kobe before Xerxes comes in for support. That is an impale, and that is a dead Leader. 3 for 1 in Dragon.
We talked about it.
Easily able to escape. And if you look at the vision control in the north quadrant of this map, Splyce is in a great position. The tower will fall, and they will get that goal.
And look how Splyce is ballooning this game right now. They're going to pick up their first tower of the game.
Sold. After League officials reviewed the footage, it was an accidental sale of the item from Neon. So one of the new players to the stage, Hiva is back on the stage, and he's been taken down by Kobe.
Only Kire is there to support him, and he ends up losing his life.
All right, Xerxes is going to look for a stun here onto Dan. Norscaron has got the Lucent Singularity out. Cannon Barrage and Flash will allow Dan to escape for now. Looking at the mini-map, Leader's putting pressure up top. Hiva's gonna get blown! Takes that bottom tower.
So right now, Splyce are looking to break the final outer towers. Given that Misfits have invested so many resources up towards the top side of the map, there's little that they can do against Vizichachi, especially seeing as Dan doesn't have Flash. So Splyce easily secured that objective. The next objective they're gonna be looking for is the mid lane tower. In order to do that, they're gonna need priority on their side waves. So what you'll notice the Akali do is he's gonna wait for this tower to drop. He's gonna look to push this wave out, and he's probably going to stick into a side lane, and Vizichachi's going to group up with the team in mid and slowly build these farm and XP advantages.
And of course, on the Misfits side, they've got some additional tools. Now, there's the engage here onto Kobe. He's got Flash available. Not going to be able to do it. Can't even get over the wall.
He felt safe because he expected Misfits to answer the pressure being applied top, and instead he doesn't.
Pop! Humanoid kills. Available. On the hunt has been thrown down, but the Mountain Drake is already secured. There's the engage, though, by Humanoid going all the way forward. That's a massive final spark. Humanoid's got one, got another. Kobe takes down Neon inside the Dragon Pit. Leader's trying to get something back, but he's locked in place, and Vizichachi's Gnar secures yet another. Leader gets at least a second back for the fight, but now he's being run down by Akali. Will not get caught by the boulder toss as Leader continues to get chased. This is a 2-on-1, but it's a lot of mobility.
And they don't need to fight you mano a mano. They're just playing the map beautifully, and now they will finally secure that out.
Smite's available. Cannon Barrage is inside the pit, and Baron has now been interrupted. Teleport for Dan will bring him into the river. Leader has stolen away Humanoid's Akali ultimate. Vizichachi's in Mega Gnar, but Humanoid's gone very, very low. He's already picked up a kill onto Hiva. Chachi's still dissuading the rest of Misfits. Chachi will get himself a stun before he goes down. That's a very good impale. Leader's being melted. He goes golden for a few seconds, but Kobe is picked up. Dan with a double-double. Now Norscaron's in trouble. Neon and Leader jump over the wall. Neon kills Norscaron, and Splyce has been completed. Xerxes rather has got himself the smite. It's a 2-1-4. Leader's going to be in trouble though. He's got a lot of damage. He's already been shut down. Baron's still at 4,000 hit points. Smite has already been used just for some health. Kire is gone, and just as you think Misfits have a chance, Splyce bite back. Humanoid throws out the spells and picks up a triple, looking for the quadra. It's Chachi that kills Neon, and Humanoid picks up the quadra kill.
And Splyce once again make sure that Misfits know this Baron belongs to them. There was a glimmer of hope in the eyes of Misfits. Splyce quickly shut that down.
That was one of my favorite coach reaction cams ever. Laughter on the side of Splyce, dismay on the side of Misfits. The Baron will be secured by Splyce, but not after some drama in the pit. Humanoid 904, just a jungle pathing that helped Splyce pick up that early game lead, which is now translated into late game control.
It was close though. I think, you know, we got to throw some shade on
Hiva trying to get pushed back. Now Leader will use perfect execution. He's got it available to him. Man, that's a lot of damage from Humanoid. He's going to look for the kill. Vizichachi goes into Mega. Crucially though, none of the towers have fallen yet, Vedius.
Nope. Misfits still holding the line. 30 seconds left on the Baron, but there we are. Splyce, once they secure the inhib, it should be a lot harder for Misfits to be able to come back into this game. Easy objective secure, and now they'll rotate round to the mid lane with all 5 members.
Okay, now Neon, by the way, does have rapid fire cannon, Eye Edge, and Essence Reaver. 300 CS, so if they can survive 200 CS more, maybe the 500 CS Sivir can work. On the Hunt is thrown down, Cannon Barrage is already dodged away from. Defensive flashes have come out, and Misfits, they are chasing. Another flash from Chachi, Light Binding catches Hiva. The Misfits, they cannot get in range. Leonidas, because fighting in a choke point working for them.
Give up the back.
Okay.
Dragon.
Give up the dragon. Which is, and I guess if you were going to force a fight, would you do it in the Baron pit?
Yes.
All right, let's see if they get a chance. Here comes Humanoid, jumps over, Neon's forced to flash. Eva's trying to buy time. Teleport's coming in as well. Cannon Barrage gone down. Visit Chachi charging. Whoa, the damage from Humanoid. Neon is absolutely obliterated. Now Visit Chachi, he's about to gnaw out, but not before Leader takes him down. Cersei gets himself in a pail before he goes down. Dandan's blown up on the side. Hirai's running for his life, and Splyce have split apart Misfits, picked apart Misfits, and they are looking to kill the squad of Hiva. Jumps to his death, and there's only Hirai remaining as Splyce pour into the base.
Excellent collapse from the side of Splyce. They only lost one member, and now with the remaining 4, they'll look to close out this game against Misfits. The young rookie squad did what they could, but unfortunately, Misfits was Splyce was far too strong.
10-0-6 on Humanoid's Akali, 3-0-9 on Xerxes Skarner. Splyce take down Misfits. And it's done.
All right. I really like this here coming from Jizuke. We've already seen him play this matchup once before, and the
not
echo
as
is
aggressive as Mowgli. He doesn't get punished as much, and Mowgli's not going to be looking for a move here. Flashes over the root, gets down the barrel. Oda one there, not going to be able to stop anything, and first blood to Cabo's Kiana.
really nice moves.
I think that the play is really smart from Mowgli as well, but now Jizuke is at risk of being dived.
Okay, flash is available to him. He's going to flash away. That's a chase from Trick, and will reply. I love
Was a lot more content than I think.
Whoa.
Oh, so good! The slide and glide and catching Jizuke with an Emperor's Divide. He cannot do anything.
If Cabo was going to survive, he would have had to respect Flash much earlier to get away from that engage.
I was actually
Attila had just ticked over to that Infinity Edge, so he's very powerful in a fight.
Oh, teleport's coming in here. Schalke do not want to concede the Herald. 1,000 hit points on that target. Pop Blossom is available, but it's only Jack Troll that gets secured. The smite goes down, but Ignor's in trouble. Here comes Trick. He's thrown out the ulti, and it's going to find a stun. That's Jack Troll down. Now Trick and Abadage. Another fantastic drift from Abadage. He is on fire for
the Caitlyn, and then try and get an advantage back onto the Kate, but they're unable to do that, and Vitality falls short.
Jizuke, can he find the target? Yes, he can. Face dive in time. Winder just gets that last auto forward. That's why Jizuke is on this bottom tower, and it is being traded by Schalke up top.
See, for me, one of the things I think Vitality failed to do is ultimately gain an early lead, because I think that there was way more reliance on their laners to get some kind of objectives with 5 men, and Vitality will be forced to react.
Yeah, I agree. Now bot lane, play on Jizuke.
All right, Empress Divide was used earlier, and despite Jizuke getting caught out, he will Chrono Break to buy some time. Parallel Convergence comes down, he cannot
The Edge or Azaya, who's level 11 with both.
I'm gonna give you a throwback because I have been casting for many years.
And given that Schalke effectively shut them down from finding any early game advantages, Vitality is now kind of relying on scaling. You're now waiting.
The last time this happened, Jizuke did die. This time around, Jizuke's got Chrono Break and Flash available to him. The Parallel Convergence will give him a small shield, but not enough of a stun just yet. Will buy some time. That's good damage onto Ignore. Where's the Ghost? Chrono Break damage won't connect. Phase Dive goes out, and Jizuke flashes away, buying some additional time. That Phase Dive is a very low cooldown, and the shield from the Convergence will help ever so slightly. Not going to be able to escape Abadage, who is just driving himself to victory. 3-0-2 on that Azir.
It's a really good play there
and reset back onto the map without losing anything. So props to Jizuke for buying enough time. Let's see what Abadage can do.
Okay, he's still got his flash available. Abadage's put so much damage on the Cabo shot. The Emperor's Divide was fantastic, and now Jack Troll, he's taking an Abyssal Voyage to potentially his death. Pop Blossom finds no target as Vitality. They whiff the kill onto Abadage. The response is swift, and nobody goes down.
Abadage puts down the Sun Disc, and that's ultimately what stops that entire play from happening. Jizuke, though,
Not done yet. The Time Winder comes out. One more shot. That's the kill. kill onto Odo. And it's going to try and run away. Chrono Break gets the HP, but now Jizuke's in trouble. The Sun Disc plus Upset secure the kill, but look, another tower is being poked.
I mean, it's a 1-for-1 trade, but Vitality trade up in this situation. Not only do they get the first kill there onto Odwamne, but also...
Jizuke's level 16 now. Abidage's still on the side lane against him, and I think the biggest problem for Schalke is they're not willing to make a sacrifice in a side, but they finally find a 5 mid.
All right, there's the engage. Devour by some time. Grey Health has been popped, and so has Jack Troll. Upset obliterated
With this team.
Okay, Kiana's making his way down, but I don't think you can really come in from behind in that way, so forced...
Also had the push and this full flank onto Jizuke.
Okay, Jizuke's running for his life. Chrono Break's not available to him, but he does have the flash. There's a redonkulous shield, quote Vedius. He's in trouble. That's going to be flash. Denies some vision. Phase dive, not going to get out of range. Here comes Mowgli, though.
Not the teleport if he wants to enter the fight, but Vitality are hopelessly outmatched.
Okay, Mowgli's got the ulti and the smite available, and the flash. Jack Troll's being chunked down. Here comes Odo. The Pop Blossom was game-changing as Vitality had to peel away. Baron will be secured by Schalke, and Jack Troll stays alive for now. Attila, out of his power drop, picks himself up a kill. Not gonna get the second because the Hourglass did deny the stopwatch, but that was very nicely done. Abadage comes in, but Attila's not done. He gets himself a second, turns his attention to Upset, who picks himself up a kill.
KazaLoLLCShighlights just came into that fight. He got a shutdown on towards. He's TPing down into the bottom lane. He has the Lich Bane, so he's doing so much damage to this tower. Right now, it's only Trick and Ignar alive. They can trade for this objective.
Okay, but here comes Mowgli as well. Trick and Ignar trying to defend. Jizuke's going to get the support in a moment. He takes a lot of damage from Trick. He's taken down. The CC was a massive...
Because they were saved for so long.
Yeah, so right now, Abadage has this big wave built up in bottom lane. Trick still with the Baron buff, so they can get this shirt pretty freely. Abadage wanting more damage onto Jizuke. They're going to go for it.
All right, Jizuke stays alive just long enough to chrono back to the wave. That will buy some time, but Baron empowered minions still shoving forward. 13 kills and a 50-second death timer. There's no teleport for Cabo available.
Yeah, Vitality are just going to have to give this one up, but KazaLoLLCShighlights needs to base because it's 5v3 inside the Vitality base, and they're going to go for the Nexus.
Schalke are going to pour onto the Nexus turrets. Baron's still up for another minute. They've got 3 cannon minions hammering away. The Nexus turret has fallen 30 seconds before Jizuke is up. Here comes Cabo. He needs to find a target. Get some damage onto Ignar, and this will send Schalke sideways for now. Trick unable to find a target, and there's the Pop Blossom for Odo. He manages to kill. Was coming up against Upset's Phantom Dancer, and Schalke are pushing to the top in here.
Yeah, the QS has to
force it out.
And it's very clear how Schalke, decided they were going to win this game. It was to put in the fight, but Ignar's on the
Too late, it's too late. There's not enough time. Schalke are too far ahead. Trick
back here tries to get one auto in, but they use the clone to try and tank it up, and now they're going to get 2 towers in 2 lanes.
Okay, so there's the tower falling top. Trick and Abadage making their way into the base. The inhibitor will fall. Cabo's looking for a target. Can't hit anything onto Ignar, and Ignar just easily dashes away with the flash as well. Now Cabo forced back inside his base. The mid tower does still stand. Mowgli's gone in, thrown down the barrel, goes golden, but where's the support? Where's the rest of Vitality? Nobody was with him. Abadage jumps into Cabo. He buys some time with the Hourglass. Jack Troll is going to fall. Abadage finally gets killed by Jizuke. He is going to run for his life as Cabo is sacrificed. A gigantic crit onto Ignar, and the body block from the ace in the hole means Upset with the GA will be pushing the in-hit.
Yeah, Attila might actually be strong enough to try and clear away these
Iterating people. Now Upset, he recalled, he healed, he teleported, he takes another inhibitor, and Schalke continue the pressure.
I think Schalke have more than enough pressure right now to actually look to end the game. Odwamne doesn't have a huge amount of mana left, but his ultimate, I believe, is just about to come up, and they're ready to end it.
Okay, Attila's come back with the GA. Upset is going to escape with the feathers. The tower on the Nexus does fall. Only the Nexus remains. Baron empowered cannon minions now doing some work as Mowgli's a little bit low and Jizuke's trying to find a target.
Schalke might just be waiting for Abadage to TP back in. That's going to be the call from him. Upset walked down to the Wolf camp to try and get some HP back. They want to end it right here now, but there's TP flank.
See what happens with it, because Schalke right now, they are somewhat split, but so are Vitality. And the last time Mowgli engaged, nobody was there to back him up. That can't happen again, and there's no ultimate here for Mowgli. Cabo shot, what are you doing, man? Going on a little safari at this time's not the right call. Odo and the rest of Schalke, they're inside the base. There's the engage from Ignar. It's a fight on 2 fronts, but Jizuke's already down. Another one falls from Mowgli. Jack Troll's running for his life, and despite all the efforts of Attila, there's simply not enough frontline. The Nexus falls, and Schalke are not going to do it just yet. They'll get a few more kills, and Schalke beat Vitality. Interesting. So which one there can only be one is going to make it into playoffs. The most likely.
Rogue, probably, based on recent performance.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And is that just because you're buying the counter kill? It was Mystiques that picked it up, though. Perkz has got himself that BF sword. And now there's the engage. Mystiques going in. Now coming out. The boomerang blade from Perkz is doing so much damage. Mickey's continuing to chase. Lucent Singularity will come out. Life Binding will not find a target, but look at Perkz. He flashes. One more auto picks up the kill. And the spell shield. They just kill everything all the time.
And they're looking for it now. They've got a wave stacked up. Akali's making their way down. They're going for the dive.
We get the replay. I want to explain how the pressure set this up. Light Binding won't find a target. Perkz will tank a turret shot or two. Jankos is waiting for the opportunity. And that was so good. Demacian standing into Dragon Strike. It sets up the first kill into Jeskla. Now Mystiques and Cagel are under the tower and Perkz goes to 105 HP. Caps isn't done yet and he's got some execution to use perfectly if a target becomes available. Where is the 5-point strike? Get a target. Perkz spell shields up. The light binding from Mickey. That sets that one. And now Mickey's tanking the tower as Caps picks up the kill. Still has the ultimate.
And like, this was all in the making so much earlier on in the game as Mickey now going for a bit of a fight against Caps.
Oh man, Caps even sidesteps the Pop Blossom. A lot of damage, chasing the flash forward. Perfect execution used, and Caps honestly makes going to use that super.
Did you say it feels like the game is going in the direction?
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to call it early already because look, Perkz is going to go down. That is a kill secured. It's Mystiques that picks it up, but Mickey and Jankos, they will reply. Mystiques will sidestep the light binding, but cannot get away from the Dragon Strike. And I just didn't want to be too morbid immediately. Expect right now, though, takes a big chunk of damage from Wonder. They're both level 9, and we've actually not seen them a lot. As now Cagel is picking a fight with Caps or vice versa. Pop Blossom will come up. This will buy some time. Caps manages to get away just for now. Expect is in some trouble as he was stunned up very, very briefly. Caps takes him out with the help of Wonder. Now he's looking for another target. Teleport's being channeled. Here comes Perkz. Doesn't have an ultimate available to him, but the Boomerang Blade, as well as the damage, will secure yet another.
At this champion, it's actually unfair. Like, in a 1 versus 3 where he doesn't have pressure, in a fight that he should lose, and he's still going!
Unbelievable, continues to chase down, is gonna dash forward, looking for Mystiques, and will find the kill, will get away, and it's Mickey that picks up another 12-2, a 5k gold lead. Rift Herald secured. Expect and Cagel are running for their lives. It's like the first victims in a horror movie being chased down and culled.
In this window, and they execute upon it flawlessly, and like, I don't know if many other teams could do this because Caps was just so insane in that play.
Yeah, really nicely done. Expect will get taken down by Jankos. He's now 3-0-5. One more auto should just about do it. Jankos actually flashes for the style Golden Aegis. And, you know, we kind of set this game up talking about how G2
did what, which definitely helps out a lot, but flawless execution. They're continuing to snowball this game. 16-2 is the kills right now. Just masterclass performance from G2.
It really, really is. And the thing that is insanely impressive to me is G2 Esports have had this style where it's been very close, where it's been very even, and now Perkz is trying to get dove, and it's just not going to work out. Oh! The final spark almost catches 3. Jeskla goes down. It's a double dunk for Mickey.
They're a really good team. And the thing is, it's now at a point where I can't praise them for their map movements anymore because they have extremely well. And mad props to Caps. This guy is insane.
Yeah.
3 members of XL are still level 9.
Unbelievable. Expect's only level 11. There's 5 towers down. We're getting towards 20. He's going to take it. Whew. Oh, life binding. Final spark. And it's just, it's like shooting
so much
fish in a barrel.
He has an Athenes. That's it.
All right, Mystiques is waiting in the backside, looking for a quickness, is gonna manage to find a couple of charms, but really they're just simply too far behind. That is a 1-for-1 trade thus far, but it's not gonna be enough to dissuade the push. Caps is now chasing onto 3, dodges all of the feathers as the inhibitor turret will go down, and the inhibitor will follow. The question I have, do G2 continue pushing?
I don't think they can. The death timers are still very low. There's only 4 of them. They have a single caster minion for their lead between like 15 and 20.
Yep.
And I feel like they won a game last week where they didn't do it, and now they feel like they need to make up for that as they look to end the game.
They absolutely do. And just a reminder that this G2 will be playing against Splyce tomorrow in Game 5. Both teams showcased their style of League of Legends. It was controlled and calculated for Splyce, and it is bloodthirsty and driven for G2 Esports. Perks versus Kobe tomorrow, Game 5. Right now, G2 Esports are looking for a couple more kills to pad the stats. Caps is flying in, Wonder's getting in on the action. Caedrel and Jessica are the last two remaining. Every time this happens, G2 look to dive the fountain. It's a double kill for Caps as the double Nexus towers are now falling. G2 might have their serious faces on as they turn their attention to the Nexus. And in less than 21 minutes, they take down XL.
Option here.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Frost GP is the safest option. The safest option if you want to.
2v2.
I don't know if they want to take this 2v2. The stun is not going to connect. Brox is immediately going to walk away, has to flash out. Empowered Shock Blast will not connect. Brox now needs to look to retreat. Kingslayer isn't going to be enough. Buys a bit more time with the healing, but Prophet flashes out to safety. Whippo now looking for a kill.
Bush.
Goes in the bush, comes out of the bush, is going to look for the juke. Can he move his way around the Olaf? I don't think it's going to happen. He goes down. That's the double kill for the Olaf.
Actually able to get a lot of health back. I'll hold it though.
Whippo going back to lane, trying to juke his way out using the
Here
minion,
comes
but
Broxa.
this is very hard duo to get away from. The Empowered Battle Roar will give him a bit more health. He's now on the retreat, trying to walk away. Brox going in, the stun will connect. Whippo burning, slowly trying to walk away. TP now coming up, the shutdown is there onto the Olaf, wants to get away, wants to leap onto Larson, goes back, is going to be able to walk away for now. Whippo is still alive! Healing up, the snare will connect. Whippo now set to fall. Magic Felix, can he get anything back? I think he's overstayed his welcome. Woolite now slowly but surely going to walk him down. Both sides walking.
But Whippo let the wave push into him finally, knowing that he had Broxa on top side and Prophet didn't. So it's unfortunate for Fnatic that they lose the...
Making everything else a little bit more difficult. Fnatic now looking for the collapse. They will have 3v3. They have priorities. Woolite moves forward. That's a fake Woolite. Eyes on where's she going to go with the Nico. Brox now stepping forward. Larson can't get anything done. He doesn't even need to. Roger absolutely deleting Fnatic. 2 more kills for the Olaf. And Inspire gold lead, a Infernal Drake, and 6 kills to 2. At this point, it might be one more as Magic Felix is now caught out. Larson looking for the follow-up. Snare already used. The flash forward. Vander's going to hit it. And there you go. Magic Felix deleted. We're trying to get something back on the bottom side. We'll be able to grab a few plates, but instantly, plate and a half given over to the side of Rogue. What else can they get done? Hylissang still fearless stepping forward here. Single binding would mean his death, but has confidence in his ability to get out on time. And oh, now the dive is coming. Hylissang is going to try to make it out safe. To use the extra movement speed from the ult. He is now leaping in. Woolite locked up under tower. Does have the stopwatch to buy a bit more time. Nemesis with the ult. He pulls it back. Is going to lock him up. The spell shield will not need enough, but that Olaf is tearing through the team. Vander will not find the binding. They're backing off now. Rogue have gotten the kill, but Brox is now looking to punish. What ulti can he steal? The Jace is not going to be what he needs whatsoever.
Here's Hilly.
Walks away. Hylissang still on the flank. Have to be careful. Rogue, if they overcommit here, could turn against them, but the odds are not in Fnatic's favor. It will take a miracle if they want to outplay this one. Brox a long way off from stealing another ultimate.
I think they just have too much health right now. You're looking for a big turnaround. Remember, there's no TP on Whippo, so Hilly's going in. This is a 3v... Oh!
Hylissang
I don't think he wants
getting
it.
lower. TP now coming in. Nemesis coming back to the top lane. Hylissang if he can find an engage ship, a Rogue pull off at the perfect time.
And meanwhile, check out bottom. Sivir is chasing down Whippo, forcing the ultimate out of Rengar.
He's going to go back in, tries to get the kill here, goes back into the bush. No, freeze frame, goes back in, not enough! Brings it back on the boomerang blade, and Woolite outplaying mechanically up against Whippo.
And meanwhile, Rogue then win the skirmish up into the top side. Half the wave behind them are continuing to shove into Fnatic's top side.
5K gold lead building for Rogue. It's only going to get bigger as this tower falls. Tower plates are not even down yet. And this is Fnatic important to note. Yes, they made a single roster swap. It is functionally 2 roster swaps. They have Nemesis playing in an off role. They have Magic Felix playing.
Fnatic look for the plays, but Rogue are just as bloodthirsty and just as capable to meet them blow for blow.
And impressive to see. A team that was honestly just completely lost in the previous split has turned things around. Shoutouts to the team that was basically entirely promoted up here from the Polish League. Prophet will now grab the tower. 5K gold lead being maintained.
Inspired and Vander are just so strong at this point that if Vander catches anyone, Inspired by himself can probably kill them.
Yeah, the Rengar caught out and dead. Stolen Luxall will not connect, and Rogue finding the pick, move up to the top lane tier 2 right as the wave crashes, and this is textbook clean from Rogue.
There is a potential here that a flank comes through, but they would be playing at a numbers disadvantage. So again, how on the wave?
Whippo is now slowed down, is now stunned, dodges the CC and cannot make it out to safety, just instantly dies. In the meantime, Magic Felix does manage to break a turret, but you have to wonder what the comm sounded like on the back of that one. Rogue will now break another tier 2. And ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Infernal Drake. Rogue at this point get a lot of freebies. They're so far ahead, people just
This
kind of
tempo, though, this is
Will
dangerous.
use on the hunt, zooming his way into the pit, trying to buy a bit of time. Laser has been used, gonna make it a lot easier to contest, but eyes on Inspire. Can he make way to the pit? 9K getting lower and
He's in
lower.
the pit.
Olaf, can he take it? But no, Broxy manages to get it, but the knockup is there. Launch to the midst of the team. It is gonna be an absolute massacre for Fnatic, but they do manage to get the Baron. Hylissang is going to escape. Blippo will live as...
Yes, they get it out. It's especially going to help on that Rengar, but I think it's going to be not only the team fight, but possibly an inhib.
Hylissang,
They don't have the minions. Ah, they didn't tank it. Aw.
they have another wave there to back them up. Will they just try to end here?
Disappointed.
Countdown timer's getting lower and lower. They have to be willing to take a full on 5v5 with less resources.
Not again.
Is he going to throw it all away? Here comes the Mazda, now running for his life. Does get locked up, and that's not what you want to see. Vroom, vroom. Woolite on a rampage.
I don't know. By our wave clear combined.
Managed to take away some, but immediately the engage now comes in. Hylissang, though, just deleted. Profit now on a rampage. Rogue are just going to break into the base here. There's nothing that Fnatic can do. They do not have the stats to go toe-to-toe with Rogue at this moment. Blippo is now coming in, but he doesn't have an ultimate. He burned it in the play earlier. Will now have to back away in the end. 7K gold lead for Rogue at this point.
We're playing clean, cautious, textbook League of Legends, so everyone...
Are they going to go for this one? Hylissang now stepping forward, 4K. Broxy needs to find his way into the pit. He secured one Baron in this game already. Can he get another one? Tries to leap
He's
over the
in.
wall in the midst of the pit. Broxy
He
can
got
get
it.
it! The hero moment for Broxa! Fnatic buy themselves a bit of time. They now have to survive.
Another Fnatic are kind of bundled up in a single area. Any of this poke lands, and it's absolutely devastating. But at this point in the game, Fnatic do have the items that if they get the perfect team fight, they will hurt.
Absolutely do. Hylissang has to be careful. Vander, a single binding lands, he'll be another member down. 15 seconds left on Broxa, buying a bit of time. He has a stolen eco ult in his back pocket. Maybe this is Fnatic's moment.
Engage versus poke is what it feels like.
Whippo, is he going to be able to get
There's the
Hylissang? Tries to
engage.
find engage to the backside. The Nico turns it around. Instantly, Hylissang goes down, but a lot of cooldowns burn. Luxalt will tag. A lot of low health bars, though. Fnatic may have bought enough time, may have dissuaded Rogue. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Whippo finally has the ult. He's running forward. The stolen Olaf ult, it looks like. Is he going to go for the flank on the backside?
He's got a stopwatch.
This is so incredibly high risk. If you die here, you will lose the game. Corki here as well. 4 members strong.
That's it.
Whippo goes to the backside. He's going to do so much damage to flash forward. Broxa not going to lock up member. Beautiful use of the stopwatch. Inspired by a bit of time. Nemesis throws out the feathers. Forces Rogue back, and Fnatic pull the trigger. They fire their shot, but they miss. They do not find purchase. And now it'll be another inhibitor down. The third and final inhibitor for the side of Rogue.
And the base has started to be flooded. Rogue, their patience has paid off. They've been playing this poke-oriented composition very well as soon as it's been crushed into the base.
Looking for a crazy Hylissang flank. Moving down, Prophet now potentially in trouble, flashes out to safety. Hylissang hits the fake. Larson, the rest of the team just gets locked up. Hylissang is gone.
There has been no follow-up for Hilly on a lot of these engages. And I think that goes both ways, but ultimately has to be look at some communication issues with Fnatic right now.
They have throw the hunt, they've stolen it on the hunt. But it doesn't look like they're going to be hunting anybody at this rate. Rogue will break the inhibitor. Very slow close for Rogue. Of course, the Baron buff is still up, makes it a little bit harder to push these minions in. Nemesis buying as much time as he can with the clean cuts. Whip ult now coming in. It feels disorganized from the side of Fnatic. They need a decisive moment here. Hylissang, if he steps forward, will get deleted if there's no follow-up. Broxa has the stolen Olaf ult instead. Whip ult leaps into the middle of the team. Hylissang trying to buy a bit of time and just instantly dies. But who has the GA? He will resurrect. Now the stolen ult comes in the middle to flash away, though. The laser comes in. Magic Felix says this is my time to shine. Larson, no. Cutting through the entire team. Rogue returning the fight. Whippo is fighting a clone. He's been juked and he can't get anything else. Brox is down. That's 3 members dead. Eyes on the teleports on the side of Rogue. They have 1 for Larson. They're just going to they might move into the base. They are going to back off. But holding on for now.
They're
That's
teleporting.
Larson's TP on the top side of the map. Eyes on Larson. Can he do it? Another TP back from Fnatic. The rest of Rogue barreling down the bottom side. This would be a miraculous hold. I do not think Fnatic can do it. Larson going for a bit more. Rest of the team moving forward, looking into the base. What else can they get? This is just going to be it for Oscar, and after all of that, the final fight, anticlimactic, not quite what Fnatic were looking for, and Rogue now stepping forward. TSM versus Rogue debate ended. Rogue versus Fnatic debate ended. Rogue will find the win. And while Azir has been banned away, folks, we will have Corki Twisted Fate, a slight variation on the existing meta, but with gold cards in play, it's always going to be
Doing this because he knows he has Alfari, but
he's at a level disadvantage here, and that's a red buff versus a blue buff. Now, they have the man advantage. The self-made a little too focused on this one. He's going to sacrifice Pyrian. TP now coming in. Gold card buys a bit of time. The stun now comes in. That's first blood. Blows are now coming in. Sakura can continue to try to find damage. Obliterate connects. Death's Grasp will not. Sakura now needs to retreat. Good sidestep there. Has to flash over the wall, and man, And Dreams land the Binding. Will Mithy take the bait and try to hook? Binding does connect. Ball breaker forward. Mithy gonna take a lot of damage. Doesn't get a chance to proc the Aftershock. That's massive. Flashes out to safety. Now is able to proc. It gets a little bit tankier, but not enough.
Is now on the top side of the map. Empyrean also has access to his ultimate. Oh, Empyrean.
Pyrian. Now he's just gonna get caught out here. They're just gonna auto attack him. He's locked up. Oh man, that feels like a little bit much. Pyrian. Now it doesn't feel like so much. Dreams now steps
Safely, and anytime Selfmade finds himself in a bind, boom, Twisted Fate right there with him. It's a 2v1 scenario, so you're gonna constantly...
Maybe just maybe get something done here. Dreams has to be careful. Binding needs to come out if he wants to live. The Aftershock is not going to get procced. Massive Nuke Duck now on a killing spree. That's going to be an easy Herald. OG Alfari was not in the area. Warrior versus Cinderhold. Ulti coming out though. Here we go. Can't go invisible from that one. The true side from TF more than enough, and Selfmade will grab that kill. Good punish coming in from the side of SK.
And their tower falls over, and like you're saying, all of that gold is funneled onto Nuke Duck, and he might even get a Twisted Fate.
Flag drag, immediate Cataclysm, making it look smooth. Pyrian now caught in the midst of everything, trying to lay down a little bit of damage before he goes. Now backstepping. Gold card is going to connect on a Nuke Duck. Oh, the Captain Jack cleanse to make his way out. Nuke Duck will find the kill.
Now looking for possibly one more here. Selfmade on the run.
Mordekaiser coming in though. Can't isolate a single member. Selfmade has to be careful here. Challenging Smite is not going to be enough. The buy will fall. Alfari now finds another one. Locked down. Sakura level 9 to level 10 is just running forward. Movement speed from the Chase Splitter is going to be massive. A lot of damage comes in from the Mordekaiser. Have to respect it. If he isolates you in the Death Realm though, the tower will not
Knowing that they had the numbers advantage.
Patrick now going to back off. Dreams needs to be careful. Mithy going to try to find the hook. Can look to turn this one around. Will get knocked up upon landing. Patrick is fine. He just spell shields that one. Mithy is now going to try to walk away. Big damage coming in for Dreams. Cold now trying to turn the play. Eyes on Nuke Duck though. This Corki is massive. He's going to tear through each and every member of the team. He's Gatling getting him down. Dreams tries to buy a bit of time. Will not be the focus. Moving forward, Pierre needs to lock a gold card immediately or his team could die.
I like how Cold takes that kill.
He's earned it. He had a rough jungle. Selfmade took a lot from him. And now OG, very easy for them to grab this Mountain Drake. SK very much on the back foot, not just in terms of map positioning, but in terms of just raw gold values.
That river on 3 control wards. They waited until the waves rolled back in when their own team got back into position, then just walked back into the lanes, picked up the free gold.
Baron, if OG want to commit here.
I think Origen actually just want to find SK.
A lot of damage going down on the Mithy. He's going to have to hook his way out. Selfmade now going for the play, though. This is surely going to get turned against them. Mithy's still alive. They're going to try to body block for him, but he does get taken down. TP coming through in the end. And meanwhile, stay tower. There you go. Bit of damage goes down onto him. Will now come out of the Death Realm. Goes over the wall. Tries to buy the time. Ooh, well layered there. Shut down. Coming through. That's going to be...
SK Gaming definitely playing for picks.
Gold card is going to connect. Good bit of damage. Selfmade can now come in, but Alfari is quite strong. It is on the on-hit Nico, so that pop awesome is not going to do a lot. Good bit of damage now comes down. Traded for the Ocean Drake. Can they just tag out Alfari here? And they get it. And get another pick bound from SK. Crownshot now trying to escape, but the hook goes onto the Wolves. Not what Mithy wanted whatsoever. TF Ultimate coming out as well, and Crownshot, he's looking for an opportunity here. He's still playing forward. Tier 2 mid will go down. Be careful here. Mord can force a 1v1 at any point and will most likely force it against Mithy. He is playing a little bit back, I think, to try to avoid that. You can see him just hovering on the outside. He'll hook in if he has to, but does not want to be the target of the Death Realm.
So they're just going to walk towards Baron, potentially.
Pretty much a shotgun versus machine, right? Like, obviously, OG just have so many continuous threats. Oh, Nuke Duck, they're going for it.
That's scary.
Okay, that's an engage, a little Messiah version 2 is what we're going to call that one. Nuke Duck going in, getting a little bit more, but Mithy has now been taken down, and SK still able to find a few kills here. Sakurai coming in on the backside. It looks like they might be able to find one. Pyrian on the retreat. Cold still alive, but barely. Sakurai now moving forward. Big obliterate, but Crownshot now on a killing spree. Sakurai stepping forward. Death Realm. No, not going to come out. Has now been used, but the Boomerang Blade will find the kill. Nuke Duck and Patrick, but they don't even need to because Nuke Duck is now pressuring in on the top side. He has 3.5 items completed. Can go for the GA if he wants to.
Can't use it.
Selfmade, no flash, has the ultimate available. Luxalt will be uncomfortably close, but will not be able to take the Baron in the end. That's will start to push in the mid lane in turn. Gold card will connect, and out they go. Looking to try to take down Patrick, but the rest of the team is here on the backside. No, the Ezreal is coming in. Look at the TP on the back. Here comes the Mordekaiser. He can lock down Nuke Duck. He can take him out of the fight. The cleanse, though, up and available for Nuke Duck. Can he get out safely? Big amount of damage coming in. Cold is first on the list. The Death Realm comes in. He wants to steal those stats, but Alfari ready to find a flank of his own. Decimate does land, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough. Cold still on the outside. Isn't able to find it. The Death Grasp is there. Alfari now needs to step in. Pyrian gets taken out. Nuke Duck is so incredibly strong. Nuke Duck is so incredibly strong. I'll say it one more time. Nuke Duck is so strong. That's the Quadra. And what more can you say? That Corki is disgusting.
Who took the Penta? Ah, that was just gross there, especially the last part of that team fight where he manages to sidestep, get underneath SK Gaming, and just rip them open from the inside. Brutal play from NukeDuck.
And that's going to be it. OG just going to walk this one down. Nuke is 10-0-6 from NukeDuck. And it looks like after that Aatrox performance last week, he wanted a little bit of redemption here. Waves are coming in. Maybe, just maybe. OG look like they're going to back off here. I feel like they could end the game, but they do not want to take the risks. And that's, yeah, that's an 8K gold lead over your lane opponent. Well highlighted, observers, in this game. One final siege, it looks like, from the side of OG. SK not feeling as comfortable as they once did to step forward. And the tower slowly but surely being burnt down. Ezreal, the only real champion with fourth. NukeDuck, though, gets to break the rules. He gets to leap forward, he gets to throw out a bit of damage. Sakura just fishing with the Death's Grasp here. Good sidestep on the binding, won't even need to use the spell shield. Ooh, good chase, CC. Patrick gone, that's one threat. Maybe now SK trying to find something. Selfmade leaps to the backside. They're trying to take out Cole, but Cole just leaps back into the middle of the team and tries to find an opportunity. Goes golden, buys a bit of time. Selfmade goes back in. Sakura tries to find himself in the midst. The team needs to use the Death Realm. Wants to make it out of this one. We'll use it on Cole, looking for the 1v1 instead. But in the meantime, Crownshard has been locked up and taken out. OG are winning the fight, even if Sakura will take the 1v1. Double kill for Alfari. Finally, he's able to show up in one of these fights.
And no one can deal with NukeDuck damage right now. It was the best college try there from Dreams and Crownshot. They really gave it their all. They're continuing to try to hold the fort here with Pyrion.
Might be able to. Sakura now coming in. Death's Grasp will be big if Sakura can land it. Good bit of damage, but will not be able to connect. Alfari just going to walk him down. One tower left. Mithy with his eyes on the prize. Pyrion locked up and taken out. And I think Sakura might just be next on the menu. A lot of Mordekaiser damage, but not nearly enough. That's going to do it. That's going to be it. OG find the win.
Team, followed by Splyce and Fnatic. It's going to come up in just a second, who are now tied for second. Origen, even though it was kind of up and down, yeah, they're still doing quite well. And Rogue is right now in a playoff position. Verius, what do you make of this?
So the split has gone mostly as I expected, outside of the Rogue surprise into the top 6. I also expected a little more from SK, as Crownshot talked a little bit about. I do think it's fair to say that especially the top teams seem to have leveled up a lot more from what we saw in spring to summer. But I am surprised by recent performances of Fnatic. I was not expecting them to... I was expecting their next loss to be up against the likes of G2. So the fact that they've lost the game now to both Splyce and Rogue, I think that says more about Fnatic than it necessarily does about the other teams, that either teams are starting to figure them out or...